Did you ever regret that?
No, I didn't.
Were you just...
For years, Michael learned carried a secret that only her heart truly knew. She was in love with her Walton's co-star, Ralph Waite. On screen, they were the perfect married couple. Olivia and John Walton. Warm, grounded, and deeply devoted. But behind the scenes, their connection ran far deeper than scripted lines or rehearsed chemistry. It was real, quiet, and heartbreakingly unspoken. When the Waltons premiered in 1972, no one expected a simple show about a Depression-era family to capture the nation's heart. Yet it did, thanks in large part to the genuine tenderness between Michael and Ralph. From their very first scenes together, their connection was undeniable. They shared the same passion for acting, the same emotional intensity, and an almost telepathic understanding of one another. It wasn't just acting, it was something instinctive, something magnetic. But it was also something they both knew could never be fully expressed. Michael was married at the time, and Ralph was recently divorced. Both valued their friendship and the integrity of the show too much to cross a line they could never uncross. So they made an unspoken pact to love each other quietly, in glances, in gestures, in moments that lasted only seconds but carried a lifetime's worth of emotion. Michael would later admit, "We were in love, but we were not lovers." That simple truth spoke volumes. Their affection wasn't about passion or scandal. It was about respect, restraint, and a rare emotional honesty that transcended romance. On set, they supported each other through everything. When Ralph struggled with personal demons and alcoholism, Michael was there, steady and compassionate. When Michael faced her own insecurities or difficult days, Ralph's quiet strength lifted her up. They understood each other in ways words could never express. And though they never spoke their feelings aloud, everyone could feel it. In the warmth of their scenes, in every shared glance, in the way their on-screen love felt heartbreakingly real. As the show grew in popularity, their bond deepened. They became the emotional heart of the Waltons, embodying love, loyalty, and family, not just as characters, but as people. Yet for nearly 10 years, they kept their true feelings hidden, protecting that sacred connection from the outside world. And when the show ended in 1981, it wasn't just the end of an era. It was the quiet closing of a chapter they both knew they could never revisit. They remained lifelong friends, cheering each other on from afar. But the love, the deep, unspoken love, stayed locked away, known only to them. It wasn't until decades later, after Ralph's passing in 2014, that Michael finally broke her silence. In interviews, her voice would soften, her eyes glisten as she spoke of him. "We never crossed the line," she said gently. "But we were in love." Those words struck something deep within fans who had always sensed their chemistry was too real to be just acting. For Michael, it wasn't about confessing a secret or stirring headlines. It was about honoring the truth, and perhaps finding peace after years of holding it close. There's a unique kind of sorrow in loving someone you can't have. Not because the love isn't mutual, but because life simply doesn't allow it. That was the story of Michael Learned and Ralph Waite. Two people who met at the wrong time, but loved in the right way. With dignity, silence, and grace. She never spoke of regret or lost chances. Instead, she carried their love like a letter never mailed. Private, sacred, and eternal. When she finally shared her truth, it wasn't to change history, but to close a chapter with honesty and love. Looking back now, fans see the Waltons through new eyes. Those tender moments, a hand held too long, a soft smile, a look that said everything, weren't just performances. They were fragments of something real, something human, something that lived quietly behind the cameras for over 40 years. Michael's story reminds us that not all love stories are meant to be lived out loud. Some are meant to be felt, cherished, and remembered in silence, because love doesn't always need to be declared to be true. Sometimes its greatest power lies in the fact that it remained unspoken.